What's up, guys? It's DMB Universe, and this is going to be a redirect-based series I'm going to be doing for the Miraculous Ladybug reactions that I got through. Now, if you watched the live stream, you should know that I took a fair bit amount of my time to make sure I got from the episode I left off on all the way up to the episode 18 mark of this series. And I'm not sure, like, next time when you see episode 18, I would have episode 19, because I think the series is starting to be coming out bi-weekly now, I think, and not entirely sure. So with that being said, to keep YouTube from not showing this to you guys, because I've heard some things that YouTube has like made it so that it's harder or almost impossible for redirect based things, since they don't want people to go from one portion to another website or something like that. I don't know if that's entirely true or not, but all I do know is the first time I uploaded a redirect, it got pretty much a lot of traction, and then next time I uploaded, basically almost no one came to it. And that could just be it wasn't a popular episode. You know, there's a lot of different factors to it. But just to make sure that everything's a-okay and you guys actually get this redirect, I'm going to talk about the episode in excruciating detail in a review-like format to help you guys, just in case, hey, if the reaction's not working for some reason, you at least know my thoughts and opinions on the episode in general. Granted, you know, I am a reacting-based YouTube channel, so of course the reaction would be top priority, so I'll try to make sure if it works out, and if not, hey, I'll do my best to make sure it does. Sometimes this is not the case, like the old reactions from Miraculous Ladybug, considering that the old reactions were on a Google Drive that is no longer working, and it's pretty hard to get it back. But this isn't about that. Just know that Season 1 is having some complications, and I'm trying to rectify that. It's not going to work out very well, but hey, rectifying is something I'm trying to do anyway. So, with that, we got Episode 4, which is the villain of... I don't need to find a name. But it's the grandma one. It's the grandma, and I'm just gonna call her the Wicked Witch of the Arth. Why not? I'm not really good with names. And this review-like format is just going to be off the cuff, as you can clearly tell, because I just don't know what to talk about here. I usually have something to work off on, but whatever. This episode was pretty great. I actually like the fact they managed to extend the family a little bit more on Marinette's side, and it really brings up the relationship I kind of had with my grandmother. And except my grandmother is not the person who constantly travels, and I barely get to see her. It's more like I lived in Texas, she still lived in New Orleans. I get to see her only during like Christmas time or Thanksgiving. So when I actually be able to see her, we always had the relationship of I'm always her little boy. Doesn't matter if I'm 10, 15, 21, and she always viewed me as the small little tyke that was running around eating all of her cookies and stuff like that. And so it really reminded me of my grandma, and I miss her dearly. She passed away, I think, a year and a half or so ago. And yeah, any episode that reminded me of the great times I had with her is definitely get some bonus brownie points on my end. Now, Marinette also showcased what my sister had to go through with my grandma, and how I didn't do this, so that's why she kept calling me her little boy and stuff like that. Because I find she's my grandma; she can do whatever she wants, and if it makes her happy to see me that way, she can see me that way. But my sister, however, did not like that kind of treatment, and immediately when she started to tell my grandma that she's no longer a little girl, she's like, you know, an adult, do all this sort of stuff, she stopped doing that, and it was through that form of communication that she was able to just not have him treat like that anymore. And you know, you can do whatever you want with your grandma when it comes to how you wish them to view you. I just find it to be a personal preference that if your grandma sees you as a little one, and that makes her day, going out doing stuff in the namesake of seeing you, it does get annoying after a while. But I blame that most on the Alzheimer's that she had when I was sleeping over at the house and sleeping on the couch. Imagine you just sleeping on a couch, and you have your cover, and you know you're sleeping on a pillow, and then when you wake up, there's like 5 covers on you, 6 different pillows on multiple different directions, and I don't know what else. But it's just that my grandmother always wanted to have the mindset that she needed to bring me a cover, and since the Alzheimer's kicked in, it's like I brought him a cover. No, I didn't. I need to bring him a cover. No, I didn't. I need to bring him a cover. Especially since my grandmother always wakes up at like 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning to get stuff done. She has like a daily muscle memory daily routine that she will never forget to do, no matter what her mindset is at that point. And that's pretty impressive on that end. Marinette's grandmother, she seems one of those hip, young type of grandmothers that only on certain occasions that you actually see the wrinkles on her face. And I really felt for her when the communication barrier was there between her and Marinette. And how, if Marinette just outright said that her friends were throwing her a birthday party and say, hey, you can come in and hang out with us there, I think things would have gone on a little bit better. It's not like Marinette's grandma was trying to keep her all to herself for that day. I'm pretty sure she was willing to share her with her friends. I'm pretty sure that's the case. It's just that Marinette was being so secretive and is acting like she didn't know if she had a party with her friends is what made her go throughout all this and continue all the things that she was afraid she was gonna miss because she was hanging out with her grandma. But if I was in that scenario and if I was trying to be secretive about it, I think I might have handled things differently because, you know, it's my grandma, and I as much as I love my friends and I love what my friends can do for me, my grandma's my grandma. So that's how much I put my family on the higher pedestal than friends. Granted, friends are like right next to them. It's not like I would never want to hang out with them on my birthday if my family's around. It's just, you know, if I had to choose one or the other, I definitely would go for my grandma. As for the villain, Akumenai's version of the grandma, I like the design most of it, and I will mention how I like or dislike a design, because once we get to I think episode like 6 or something, we start getting to designs that are pretty iffy for me. But yeah, the design for this one was pretty good, and the power aspect to it. Now, I'll judge the powers based on destructive capability, usefulness, and the level of the percentage chance the percentage chance of her actually getting the Miraculous and succeeding into what Hawkmoth wanted her to do. Now, destructive capability in forms of humans, definitely like a 10, if not 9 on that, because it seemed like whoever she shoots just gets either turned to coal or turns to an angel, and it seems like it doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter if anything. Like when I go in that, it seemed like it had no limits. Like as soon as you got shot, you're just cold now. Have luck. I don't know if you're like dead consciously or whatever. You're just there and you're cold. Have fun with that. As for the angel side, then you also have little minions that you can make, and that alone just already makes you that. So and how they got taken out is because they were having the underlying goal of trying to teach Marinette a lesson in that Akumenai state, and needed to get a Miraculous. Now she was just a regular villain, did not have any underlying goals, and just wanted to take over the world. She would actually have a pretty good shot. Go up to the president, threaten him, or turn him into a subservient minion angel thing, and then boom, you have most of America, and you just continue on that. And there's not many things that can go about beating you. Now, usefulness, I already pretty much covered that. As for her percentage of actually getting the Miraculous, see, once you have a weapon that is able to pretty much like destroy the Miraculous in a way, not to like destroy, but let's say if Marinette got hit with the coal beam thing, the coal shot, what would happen to the Miraculous? Would the Miraculous just stay still on her ears and not affected by the coal, or would it also turn into coal with her? If it turns into coal with her, then that defeats the purpose of trying to get the Miraculous. Same thing goes for if she gets shot with the angel angel pellet. Would that mean that the Miraculous will still stay on her ears and thus she'll be subservient, go up to her and just give her the Miraculous, and that should be that? Or since they get kind of a design change, would that make it so the Miraculous kind of like disappear? See, that was one of the main problems with the chick who could turn anyone into herself. It's like if you turn the person with Miraculous into yourself, how do you get the Miraculous? Because now it's like unattainable at that point. So that seems like a pretty non-useful ability for Hawkmoth to use. And we're gonna get down the line on people who have abilities and powers that could actually counter Hawkmoth if he's not careful enough. Which makes the villain more cautious and also think more when he's about to do this. So all in all, I like this. I like this episode for the character building between Marinette and the expanded family, and it really, and how it brought up a lot of old things in my time when I was with my grandma, and how I missed her dearly for how she used to act when I was around her. So, yeah. So we reached the 10-minute mark. That's pretty much what YouTube standards are. So hopefully this is one of those things that you can put on in the background and let's listen to my opinion on certain things. You know, you have to have videos like that too, right? So this is the Universe. I'll see you next time. Bye.